many organizations simply don't do the mathematics correctly. That is to say, they don't cost out the alternatives properly. And why is that? Because, number one, their cost accounting systems may be inadequate. But number two, they simply don't take into account the behavior of costs. You know, there are no shortcuts to determining cost. You just can't take an average. You can't say, well, if we decrease a certain activity by 10%, their costs will decrease by 10%. One has to look at the specific behavior of costs. One has to look at which costs are fixed, which costs are variable, which costs are going to change if we contract out, and which costs will not. I think that's a failure from an accounting perspective. Then, of course, there are any number of other problems that organizations run into. They think, for example, that if they bid out the contract, there's going to be competitive bidding, when in fact there may be just one or two organizations which are able to perform the function. It could be that they that they compare the existing status with what the contractor will offer. Well, it could be that the existing status is that the activity is not being managed very well. Maybe they should look first at improving the ways in which they can improve the management of that activity itself. Then organizations outsource, and they really don't define the activity very well, so that now there are controversies with the contractor over what exactly should they be doing. Then often they lose control of their organization. You know, for example, they may contract out with a parking garage operator, and the operator may suddenly increase the fees, and that doesn't sit very well with the constituents. So they're both what I call they make both quantitative mistakes and what I might refer to as qualitative mistakes.